Anthony?
You're streaming live now, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman.
Back live, Management Council meeting. And we have been in executive session to review legal matters. At this point, we are ready for some motions in the open session. Let's proceed with that.
Mr. Chairman.
Representative Summers.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I would like to make a motion on retaining Stoddard and Taylor and staff. My mic's breaking up, so staff has that motion if they would repeat.
Okay, because Representative Summers breaking up a little bit, we'll have staff repeat it and then we'll go for the vote.
Mr. President, I think the motion is to approve the contracts of Dr. Christiana Stoddard and Dr. Lori Taylor for the period through June 30th of 2023 for the amount of $50,000 to perform services in accordance with statutory directives as requested by LSO, as well as any expert witness provisions. Staff has also been directed to negotiate to the furthest extent possible to the protection of the state, a non-compete provision. And I think that's it.
All right, thank you. Let's have a second and then call for the vote.
Second.
Second from the speaker. Thank you. All right. As stated, all those in favor, raise your hand. Seven is what I got. Okay. Oh, 8. All those opposed? 1. Okay, motion passes. Any further motions? No further motions. All right,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
go
this
ahead,
is Ogden.
Senator Driscoll.
Sorry, my mute was on. I would move to approve the contract for Picus and Auden the same way with a $50,000 cap with a non-compete. I would like Tanya to restate it cleaned up the way she did the other one.
Tanya?
Mr. President, Senator, I think you did a great job. It's the contract with Picus and Odin and Associates to perform work directed by statutes, as well as consulting services and any expert witness testimony that might be required directed by work order of LSO for the price of $50,000, with the direction to staff to negotiate to the best extent possible protection to the state in the non-compete provision.
Do we have a second? A second by the speaker. Okay, and okay, technically we're open for discussion then. Senator Hicks.
Yeah, Mr. President, I'm going to be a no on this, and I wanted to provide an explanation of my no vote. This is for the Audit and Associates, is to certify any changes to the model. And particularly what bothers me about the use of the model is we've had testimony last year when we looked at the ECA and the Joint Appropriations Committee, and we had testimony from the School Boards Association, the WEA, and some superintendents regarding those model elements that we increased the external cost adjustments for, that some of those districts had no intentions of spending the money for what those ECA monies were allocated based on the model. I just want to remind everybody that those districts are not obligated, and most of them do not follow the model when it comes to the funding formula. And they're not obligated because we give that in the form of a block grant. And so until which time districts start to follow the model, I don't see the relevance in the model when it comes to school finance, because they don't follow it anyway. And we've had testimony to that fact that they prefer it that way. So, Mr. Chairman, I will be voting no on this contract.
Thank you. Senator Driscoll, you have a hand up.
Mr. Chairman, I do. I fully agree with what Senator Hicks had to say, other than the fact that his points are there. This is a $50,000 cap. They only do it if we request them to do it. And it also contains a non-compete that has a direct impact on how we do things. So for me, I was a hard no, but looking at the lawsuit and our statutory obligations, I think it's wise for us to vote on it and also to enact this cap if we're able to. So I will be a yes. Thank you.
Further discussion before the vote? Further discussion before the vote? All right, we're ready for the vote. All those in favor of Senator Driscoll's motion, as explained by our staff as well. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, put your hands up. I got 4 in favor, 5. Those opposed? I got 3 opposed. Motion is passed. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming together for this discussion. It's needed. Appreciate your time this morning. Very much appreciate Matt and Tanya for helping us with all of this. Go ahead, man.
Mr. Chairman, I doubt there is, but we might just see if Anthony's got any public comment.
Anthony,
Mr. Chairman, there is no public comment in the room.
okay. With that, we'll have a motion to close. Oh, Matt, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, just one last thing for everyone. We're going to plan on a longer meeting with hopefully a more in-person component in September to discuss some further issues with council. So notice that will be coming out shortly on what the date is.
Thank you. Certainly really appreciate staff and all your help through all of this. Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for coming together. Motion to adjourn.
So move.